Hello there, and welcome back to the channel. I'm a British person enjoying life and the food here in Monterrey, as well as, of course, the rest of Mexico as well. Now, one of the greatest delights that I've ever eaten is Barbacoa de Borrego. Normally here in Nuevo León it's Barbacoa de res, cachete, labio, lengua, or whatever. But Borrego is my favorite, seeing as I don't eat beef. And I remember on second trip I ever had to Mexico, we kind of mentioned this to one of our many friends, one of our many Mexican friends who was studying at the University of Birmingham and who were living here. And one of our friends said, "Oh, you're going to be in Mexico City." Well, it just so happens that my family has a party. Why not join us? Come up to Actopan, up in Hidalgo, and join us. So we thought, why not? We've never visited Actopan before, so yeah, seems a good idea. And we took the bus from the northern bus station in Mexico City, and about an hour and a half, I think it is, we arrived in Actopan, in the state of Hidalgo. I think so many miles along, you get to Pachuca, the capital of the state. So we booked into a hotel in the main square of Actopan on, I think it was a Friday, probably Friday evening. And Saturday morning we mooched around the town, went to the market, and it's the first place I've ever tried escamoles. Tacos de escamoles are gorgeous. If I describe them to you, you might feel, "Ugh, that's not a thing you would like." But escamoles are the larva of an ant, and they are gorgeous. It's those pre-Hispanic dishes, and I love those things about Mexico. Anyway, Saturday evening, our friend arrived, and he said, "Come on, let's go off to my family's ranch, which is just outside Actopan, in a place called Kempta, a place you probably wouldn't really find on a map." Anyway, we arrived there 6 p.m. I think it was, and the main event, the Barbacoa de Borrego, was busy cooking away underground. Now, this is not like barbecue. This is something totally different to just throwing a few sausages or steaks onto a hot grill. With barbacoa, it means to dig a pit, set a fire going at the bottom, line the whole thing with penca de maguey, those fronds from the cactus, which sometimes gives you tequila depending on the type of maguey. 2 sheep were put in on top of this, then more maguey leaves on top of this, and then the whole thing covered with the soil, and then left for like 6 or 8 hours. And after 8 hours, you get out this most wonderful meat. The fact that they put things into a wheelbarrow and then carry this off into the kitchens makes it seem a little on the agricultural side, I guess. But you first receive as an entree the kind of consomme that has been produced by all the juices dropping into the pan that's at the bottom of the pit, along with herbs, carrots, and all those sort of things. And it is just wonderful. Then the main event arrives. Now, I'm not a beef eater, so Barbacoa de Res, which you get here in Monterey, I'm not a great fan, although it is a nice thing, and I must really try and do a video of that. And that you normally get on a Sunday morning. Also on Sunday morning is something called menudo, and I'm not quite a fan of menudo. I think it's the smell, but you kind of get as a side dish with Barbacoa de Borrego is pancita de borrego. It's basically the lining of the sheep's stomach, which is, I guess, like menudo, but there's something different in the flavor. I much prefer pancita de borrego than I do menudo. The smell is different as well. Anyway, along came the most wonderful of meats. Borrego is mutton, the old sheep, but its flavor is just delightful and so incredibly soft after being cooked for upwards of 8 hours. It was, I think, the best thing I've ever had in my life. Sadly, you don't really see it very much up here in the north. It is very much a central belt part of Mexico. So like in Hidalgo, Guanajuato, and those states along the central belt, the Bahia of Mexico, you will find it very commonly. And it's hard to describe the flavor. It's just such a wonderful thing. And it always stays in my mind, this wonderful, tasty, soft, gorgeous meat. Thinking about it, I'm in heaven. I really must find somewhere in Monterey that does actually sell it. I think I have seen one, but it seems to have disappeared. Anyway, another tale of those wonderful things that I've eaten here in Mexico. Anyway, if you have enjoyed the video, please like and leave a comment along the bottom. There are all those buttons that let you do that kind of thing. And if you're new to the channel, in those buttons you will find a subscribe too. So I welcome you to David Eats Mexico. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. See you all very soon.